Hi folks, this is Symbolic. This is a follow-up to my video of yesterday. What I'm showing you here is a random sample of 50 of the videos that WiseNubian had up yesterday. He had 993 videos up. This was a random sample, 50 random ones just grabbed out of the 993 and plotted by the number of seconds. Here are 600 seconds, that's 10-minute video. And down here are the ones that are 0 seconds. And you see there's a cluster around here in the 0 to 200 range. And there appears to be a cluster up here in the 400 to 600 range. People have been implying that because he has 1,000 videos, he must do nothing else all day long for months and months and months except neurotically make videos. And I pretty much shattered that argument yesterday, but the reason I'm doing this today is I am obsessive by nature. In fact, one guy commented that if I bothered to do a spreadsheet, then I must be the guy who has no life, not WiseNubian. And, that may be true. But it's interesting. What I did today is I went through all 993 videos and looked at how long each video lasted. I didn't watch every video, but if you go to the video pages, you can see how long they last. So I'm going to move us from this sample of 50 to the full population of 993 videos. There they are. That's all 993 videos. And as you can see, there is indeed a cluster down here in the $100 to $300 range, and a cluster, dollar range, second range. And then up here at the 600 seconds, the 10 minutes, there is another cluster. And there's a kind of interesting open space here between 300 and maybe 550 videos, which is kind of interesting. So actually, it's amazing how much the sample really does sort of approximate the actual full population in structure and density. And that's the purpose of pulling these samples out randomly. Every one of these videos had an equal chance of being pulled out. So of those 50, every other video had the equal probability of being pulled out since it was all done randomly. I'm just going to show you all 1,000. These are the number of seconds for each video here in the right-hand column. This is the number of the video, and this is the number of seconds it took. And I'm just going to scroll down just to show you that I did get indeed 993 of them. And it won't be long now before we get to the bottom of this. And I will show you what we came up with, the actual true numbers that we didn't have to approximate through statistics, but actually came up by studying the population itself. And, okay, I'm getting bored. I'm skipping ahead because I don't want to waste your time. If you've watched 993 of WiseNubian's videos, there's no reason I should spend more of your time doing things. Okay, here we go. Aha! So, what we have here are the basic total numbers. Now, it was a total. All 993 videos had a total in hours of 78.5 hours. If you turn that into 8-hour days, it's 9.81 8-hour days, less than 2 weeks of standard work. So, this could have been done over a 2-week vacation. The shortest video was 0.07 minutes long. That's just a few seconds. The longest video of the whole group was almost 11 minutes. Somehow WiseNubian managed to get an 11-minute video in there. I don't know. You got to teach me how to do that, WiseNubian. The average video was 4.74 seconds long, so less than 5 minutes. And there was a standard deviation of 3.12 minutes. Now, what that means is that the majority of his videos are going to fall within one plus or minus one standard deviation. So the majority of his videos are going to fall somewhere between 1.62 minutes and 7.86 minutes, and indeed they do. Let me show you what we have down here, which is kind of interesting. These are kind of curious. I broke down into groups the videos. Those that were less than 1 minute, he had 80 videos that lasted less than 1 minute. And then beyond that, how many were from 1 to 2 minutes, 2 to 3 minutes, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, on and on and on, 8 to 9, and then greater than 9 minutes. And I think this is interesting. It's a little mystery here. WiseNubian, if you're watching, and I assume you are, I think you'll find this curious. You notice that up until 5 minutes, He's making about 100, 150, 160 videos in these ranges, and then as soon as you get past 5 minutes, up to 9 minutes, the numbers drop off. So suddenly you have 66 videos between 5 and 6 minutes long, 57 videos between 6 and 7 minutes long, 51, 46, and then it jumps to 175 videos that are greater than 9 minutes long. So what does this mean? I don't know. For some reason, when it gets to videos that are 5 to 9 minutes long, WiseNubian doesn't talk that long. He seems to talk for up to about 5 minutes, and then there are fewer topics perhaps that engage his interest between 5 and 9 minutes, or maybe he has less to say. Who knows what it is? But there are topics that a great number of topics here, the majority of topics, are 9 minutes or greater. I thought that was interesting. As far as statistically, I kind of want to show you how our estimates worked when we go back to our sample. We're going back to our sample now. Looking at our sample, the average length of a video in our sample was 5.26 minutes. That sample of only 50 videos out of the 993 was 5.26 minutes. And we would hope, using statistics, that that would be about the average for the population. Indeed, was it? How close did we get to the 526 when we study the entire population? When we study the entire population, we find that the average video was 4.74. So that's pretty close. You know, that's not too far off. Statistics can really work and get you pretty close to what is true of the entire population. We made a couple other projections down here in the sample. In the sample, we figured that if the population was anything like the study we sampled, he would have spent 10.88 days, 8-hour days, making his 993 videos. That's our estimate based on our sample of 50. Our guess, mathematical guess for how many days it would take him to make 993. So we guessed 10.88, and what did we actually find out when we looked at all the videos? Lo and behold, 9.81. Not 10.88, but 9.81. So we did come pretty close in our statistical projection. We were a little less close when it came to figuring, where they would fall. If we figured that about, 159 of his videos would be a little bit under 2 minutes. 159 would be a little over 2 minutes. There was an actual bit of a different spread here. When we actually took a look at the population, we came out with some different numbers. But in any event, not down here, these would be the ones. But it still held up pretty good. For taking only 1/20th of the entire population as a sample, we came out pretty good. So that's really the situation, huh? It only took him 9.81 8-hour days to do this. You could do that in a 2-week vacation. So I think we have certainly now illustrated, having looked at all of the videos, we have illustrated that WiseNubian is not spending months and months and months, 24 hours a day doing videos. He did this in the aggregate. It only took him 2 standard weeks of work, less than 2 standard weeks of work. And you know how we do these. We do these a couple hours at night. We can do these in the morning, afternoon. We can do them over the weekend, upload them while we sleep. So basically, that is the story. And I submit to you that I have now proved that WiseNubian is not a neurotic video maker, though perhaps I am